Okay, folks, this piece I found, where did I find it? On the side of the road or on a footpath? Yeah, interesting. Talks a lot about my life, you could say metaphorically, and it's something that I'm trying to overcome every day, and I'm trying to just break them down and break them, so to speak. We'll soon find out what I'm talking about. Stupid button. I keep bumping that one. That's cut out because I enabled that, so I'm going to have to use this particular one there. I think that's pretty much it. Let's see what this thing is. It is a steel chain. Can't stop breaking the chains, got to break 'em again, break 'em again. Human League. The Human League wrote that. I'm just singing a piece of it. Don't get me wrong, I'm not a good singer, and I'm not doing the Human League any pride by trying to emulate a little bit of what they make. But the Human League has a song called Breaking the Chains. It's a really good, encouraging piece of synthesizer pop that they wrote somewhere in the 2000s, because the Human League are well known for the song called Don't You Want Me, or Don't You Want Me Baby, some people call it. And it's a really old song, but they tried to make some new hits, especially in the 2000s, and yes, most people just want to hear the old stuff, but basically they were trying to write some new stuff, and that was one of the new songs that they had, called Breaking the Chains. So if you can look up the Human League under Breaking the Chains on YouTube, you'll find it. It's there. It's a really inspiring song from an old synthesizer band. It's nice to hear some music that's relatively new compared with just the old stuff, to get something a little bit more interesting. Don't get me wrong, I still like a lot of their old stuff, but I always want to hear new stuff from my favourite bands. I do. I actually want to hear new stuff, to hear some new material with the bands that I like. I don't just want to listen to the old stuff. No. Not to degrade their old stuff, but basically their new stuff. It's nice to hear. I just love to hear new stuff from my old favourites, as well as, because I get a bit bored of old music. I like to hear new music. But there's a lot of good memories, and I think that's why most people, when it comes to bands, they only want to hear the old stuff, because a lot of the new things in this world are depressing people. Like COVID-19 has really depressed people and made people unhappy with the 2020s. So they want to just disappear into their own world, listening to music that in happier times, like the 90s and the 80s, the 70s, and people just want to hear all the old stuff, and they don't want to hear the new stuff, because there's nothing happening that's really fun anymore. Everything's gone to pot. The cost of living's gone up. We're still dealing with the hangover from COVID-19, even though it's still circulating and people are still getting sick. It's just not so much on the news radar at the moment. It's flying beneath the radar, but it's still there. So there's really a lot of shit, and I had an existential crisis many years ago, where I spent nearly 22 years fearing death, and that was a big chain. That was a chain of, if ever there was a change, just to change the subject. And basically, I've broken in 2011 on the 5th of July. I broke that chain. That chain was finally broken after nearly 22 years suffering from it. And it was triggered by watching a horrible thing on television about the prophet. No, he's not a prophet, but he's a Nostradamus. And it said that they predicted back in 1989 or it was on the TV, that there was going to be a conflict between Russia and America back then. And basically it was like nuclear war. And I thought, shit, I've only got 10 years to live. 10 years to fucking live, without saying the word fucking. And I was really terrified. And I tried to find my way out. And I ended up with an existential crisis triggered by fucking stupid dum-dum Nostradamus. And I've overcome it now, that existential crisis. And basically now I'm breaking the chains of loneliness. I'm trying to get on the 6 o'clock news so I can get in touch with my partner, because I'm still lonely. And loneliness is like a chain or a smoke. You could say a chain smoke. Funny, not. But basically I'm trying to get on the 6 o'clock news as a photocopier artist. And I'm trying to break the chains of my past, which is existential crisis prevented me from having a relationship with Luigi, and I'm 50 now, and the year is 2023. So I've been trying to break this chain for a long time, and I'm gonna break the chains, can't stop breaking the chains, got to break them again. Okay, Channel 9, I need your help though, before I can break this chain of loneliness and get in touch with my partner, Luigi. Okay, enough of that singing, song and dance. Gotta go.